on with another one. Today we at River Trail School District Administration Center. Say that again. The School District Administration Center. For all the goofy trolls. What's your name?
I don't need to give you that.
Well, you're a public servant, so you don't want to...
I don't need to give you that.
You don't want to identify?
No.
Alright, so here's their website, and there's the superintendent's email, who was in the video, and here's my email to the superintendent. Dear Jodi Megerle, greetings. I am taking the time to write because I wanted to provide my valuable feedback regarding an interaction I observed when video documentation of the incident was published today on the Tyrant Terminator news channel. I was really dismayed to see the receptionist at the front desk immediately try to get the citizen journalist to turn off your phone camera as soon as he entered the building, and her rationale was that she was on the phone. Firstly, I was greatly troubled by this because, as you should know, we have freedom to film what we can see in public and publicly accessible areas in this fine country, thanks to our veteran heroes, and a right is something that you can't stop us from doing. Not even the government can stop us from recording what we can see in a public area and then disseminating that information to the public. So just asking someone to stop recording when they are in public is pretty bad. It's especially bad when you consider the fact that this individual purports to serve the community by working in a public office. So this terrible attitude coming from a public servant is even worse. It really makes it seem as if she is a public servant who has no concept of community service. Also, we should note that if she wants to have privacy on her phone calls, then she should conduct them in a private rather than a public setting, because if anyone were present even without a camera, they would still overhear the conversation, and it makes no sense for your employees to overreact just because someone is expressing their legal right to record in public settings, documenting how our tax resources are being used. It's even worse when you consider the fact that people have a right to document how our tax dollars are being used, and, as partial owners, have a vested interest in being there, documenting the publicly accessible areas, and familiarizing ourselves with staff. It is an egregious violation, and you should be the one to promote transparency and accountability within your organization. I was actually quite appalled that the young lady would not even share her name with a member of the public when asked, and that she hid her nameplate from view. More public servants with no concept of community service comes as such a shock. I was really very disappointed in her behavior especially. I wish you could take some sort of action to help train and educate your staff in a better manner than seems to be the case, because this is not how people expect to be treated when they take the time to physically visit your office. Honestly, even a janitor could serve the public better. Why should she behave so ridiculously? Everyone knows that she has a name, and it can be learned easily enough. It looks pretty bad when your employees don't even want to give their name out upon request. It really makes it look like you are ashamed of something and have something to hide, and it definitely makes it seem like you don't know how to serve the public. I don't understand. If you purport to serve the public, then why wouldn't you just give out your name upon request? Thanks for your time in reading this, and for your serious contemplation of the issues at hand. Your swift attention and decisive action to address the issues of being more accommodating to members of the public who fund your salary. Providing names upon the request is the least that could be asked for. If you're proud of what you do, then you would promote transparency and not try to obfuscate the names of staff when they are requested.